You know, for the longest time, we've pictured artificial intelligence as this thing that happens somewhere far away, right? In these huge data centers we call the cloud. But that's all starting to change. AI is evolving. It's moving out of that one central brain and into a whole new way of thinking. So what does that actually look like? Let's dive in.
Just think about this for a second. What if your devices, your phone, your car, your watch, what if they could actually think for themselves without constantly having to phone home to some distant server for instructions? I know, sounds like sci-fi, but it's not. It's actually the core promise of a technology that is seriously reshaping our world.
And that technology is called Edge AI. To put it simply, it's all about taking the intelligence from those far-off cloud servers and putting it right on the device where the data gets made in the first place. The thinking happens right there, locally, on the edge of the network.
And this slide, man, it really lays it all out. With the old school cloud AI, your device sends data all the way to a server, it waits for it to get processed, and then it waits for an answer to come back. Think of it like a long round trip. But with Edge AI, there is no trip. The data gets processed right there, on the spot, and the response is immediate. And that one little change, it has huge implications.
Okay, so why bother? Why make this huge shift? Well, it all comes down to solving some of the cloud's biggest problems. So let's get into what I'm calling the 4 big wins that make Edge AI a total game changer.
All right, so here they are, the 4 pillars of what makes Edge AI so powerful. First, it completely erases delays, which gives you instant responses. Second, it locks down your privacy like never before. Third, it saves a ton of bandwidth. And finally, it boosts reliability, so your stuff just works, even when the internet doesn't. Let's break each of these down. First up, latency. That's just the fancy tech word for delay. And in some cases, even a tiny split-second delay is just not an option, right? An autonomous car can't wait for a server's permission to hit the brakes. By processing all that sensor data right there in the car, Edge AI makes those millisecond decisions that are absolutely critical for safety. Next is privacy, and this one is huge. Think about it. When your personal data, like your voice commands or your health stats, gets processed on the device itself, it never has to travel over the internet. And the benefit here is simple, but it is so powerful. If your data never leaves your device, it's way, way less likely to get hacked or misused.
Now let's talk about efficiency. Just picture a security camera streaming high-def video to the cloud 24/7. That's a ridiculous amount of data. With Edge AI, the camera itself is smart enough to analyze the video and only send the important stuff, like, hey, a package was delivered. This saves an incredible amount of bandwidth and, of course, money.
And finally, we've got reliability. I mean, what happens when your internet goes down? A device that depends on the cloud? Well, it pretty much becomes a paperweight. But a device with Edge AI just keeps on working. We're talking about a smart factory in a remote area, or even just your own smart home when the Wi-Fi cuts out. The intelligence is local, so everything just keeps on ticking. Okay, so the benefits are super clear, but now for the fun part. Let's look at where this tech is actually showing up in the real world. And here's the crazy part. You are probably using Edge AI right now and don't even realize it. It is literally in your pocket right now when your phone's voice assistant can understand you even when you're in airplane mode. It's on your wrist when your fitness tracker gives you instant health updates. And yeah, like we talked about, it's the core tech that lets self-driving cars see, think, and react way faster than any human possibly could. And it goes way beyond just our personal gadgets. In hospitals, medical devices are using Edge AI to analyze patient data for immediate diagnoses. In factories, machines can literally predict their own breakdowns to prevent a shutdown. And get this, in retail stores, smart cameras are analyzing foot traffic in real time to make the whole shopping experience better. So let's pull back for a second and tie this all together. What's the big picture here? What's the one fundamental idea you should really take away from all this? It all boils down to this one really powerful idea. Edge AI is about bringing intelligence closer to where data is generated. It's about making our technology not just smart, but smart in the right place and at exactly the right time. At the end of the day, what this really shows us is that the future we're all building isn't just about making things intelligent, it's about making them intelligent and fast, and responsive, and secure. And that means you've got to put the brain right where the action is. So I'll leave you with this to chew on. As our world gets more and more connected, and as basically everything gets a chip inside it, where do you think this kind of instant, on-the-spot intelligence is going to matter the most? Something to think about.